Hey guys, welcome to Networkers from YouTube channel. And today in this video, we are going to see how to install Kali Linux. Okay. And for the installation of Kali Linux, we'll be using the VirtualBox hypervisor. Okay. And we'll be seeing how to install this particular operating system. Now, what we're going to do, first of all, I'll show you how to download the Kali Linux, and then we'll start with the installation process. So let's go and check how to install the Kali Linux. So first of all, I will download the ISO image. So you have to go to any of your web browser. So let's have open Google Chrome. And in the Google Chrome, you have to go to the kali.org. Now, once you go to the kali.org, you have to click on the download button. And from here, we will get either you can go with the virtual machine or installer images. So what is virtual machine? Virtual machine is a pre-built VirtualBox image, right? Like you will import that particular virtual machine in the VirtualBox, and you will directly get the access to the installed Kali Linux. You don't have to install it. Okay, it is pre-installed. While in the installer images, you will get an ISO image which you have to install. So right now we just want to see how to install. So we'll go with the installer images. And in the installer images, you will get, according to architecture, you will download whether 64-bit, 32-bit or Apple Silicon. Okay, from here we'll choose the installer image. Why? Because if you see here, we have certain types of images. One is the installer, NAT installer, everything, and weekly. Installer is the complete offline installation with customization that is having all the top required tools. NAT installer is a small image in which all the packages are downloaded during the installation. Means you have to be connected to the internet. And this installer image is the offline installation image. You don't require the internet connection. Then you have the everything image. In the everything image, you will have all the possible tools included in this particular ISO image only. Okay. So this is the largest image, that is around 10 GB. And there is a beta image that is updated weekly, means all the untested changes are updated in this particular weekly image. Okay. Now, right now we'll go with the installer image. So all you have to do is just go and click here and your download is going to start. Okay, you see the download has started, but I already have this image, so I will not continue this download and I'll cancel this. Now, next, what you have to do is you just have to go to your VirtualBox software, and in the VirtualBox software, let's say this is already created. So let me just remove this. Then this is the screen you will get. So you have to go and click on new. Then from the new, you have to say, let's say Kali Linux. Or you can say simply Kali 22.4. This is the latest version. And this is Linux operating system. And in the version, I'll say Debian 64-bit and say next. In the RAM, I'll give it 8 GB of RAM. So I'll say 8192 MB. And CPUs, let's say I'll give it 2 CPUs. Then again, click on next. Hard disk, you can give it around 60 GB. That will be more than good. Then click on next and say finish. Once you click on finish, all you have to do is just attach the ISO image here in the optical drive. So click on the optical drive, choose create a disk image, then click on add and go to the location where your Kali Linux image is there. So right now I have this Kali Linux image here in the Kali Linux 22.4 and click on open and then select choose. Now, once we are done with this, you just have to go and click start. Okay, and once you start this virtual machine, we are going to see a screen like this. This screen we are going to get, where we'll get option for graphical install. Okay, so right now we want graphical environment, so we'll select the graphical install. Okay, so I'll select the graphical install. Now from here you have to choose the language, so language will be English. So say continue. Then select the country. So let's say India and continue. Then key map, American English keyboard is good. So we'll go with the American English. Now it is automatically going to configure the network. Okay. So if it gets the network, you will get the message that network configuration successful. Otherwise, you will get some error and it will say network configuration could not be done automatically. Okay. So we'll see that. Okay, so it is saying your network auto configuration failed. So you just have to go and click on continue and say do not configure network at this time. Then click on continue. Okay. Then hostname, you can give any hostname. Right now, I'm just leaving it to default, that is Kali. Username, let's say username, I'll give it NH. Then click on continue. Then username again, we'll keep it NH only. Continue. The password, so you can give it any password. I'm choosing as easy password, simple Kali password. Then click on continue. Now it is detecting all the hard disks and everything. And it will ask her for partitions. So it is starting up the partitioner. So we have certain methods. We can go with the guided use entire disk, guided use entire disk and set up LVM, guided use entire disk and set up encrypted LVM, and manual. So as a new user, we can simply go with the guided use entire disk partition, and we can go with continue. Then we can select the hard disk. So we have only one hard disk. So we'll go with this only. And as a new user, we'll not create any separate home partition or work temp partition. We'll go with the all files in one partition. That is recommended for new users. Now click on the finish partitioning and write changes to disk and click on continue. Then we want to write these changes to disk. So I'll say yes and click on continue. Now it is going to install the base system. So this will take a small time. So by the meantime, we have to wait. Now you have to select some softwares to install. So you can just go with the default selections. These are the default. If you want to install some other desktop environment also, you can go with the Xenome or KDE. Okay, so I'll leave it to default and I'll simply click on next. And it is going to start installing all these softwares and tools. Okay, so now it is going to install the grub bootloader, and it is going to ask us whether in which hard disk we are going to install the grub bootloader. So it is asking install the grub bootloader to your primary drive. So yes, we want to install the grub bootloader. So we'll say yes and continue. Then we'll select the hard disk, that is /dev/sd, and then click on continue. Okay, so it is going to install the grub bootloader. And now it is finishing up the installation. Our installation is almost done. It is setting up the usernames, password, and all the package managers. Okay, so installation has been complete. Now we have to choose continue to reboot the system. So I'll say continue, and this is going to restart my system. And after the restart, our system is ready to use. So we'll get this option. So we'll choose the first option, Kali GNU Linux. And this is going to start up the Kali Linux 2022.4, which is the latest version. And this is the login screen. So you'll give the username, that is NH, and the password was Kali. Enter. And now this is our desktop. Okay. So this is the Kali Linux that has been installed right now. Okay. So I hope this video was informative. So if you find this video useful, please do like the video and subscribe to the Networkers Home YouTube channel. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye-bye, guys.